Here's a pasta recipe I always turn to when I want something hearty to eat, but simple to make. Spicy Italian sausages, artichoke hearts, lots of Italian herbs and cheeses. Toss in some fusilli pasta, and you've got one fantastic Italian meal. Serve it up by the bowlful. If you're looking for a really easy, stress-free pasta, this is your dish. And to make it even faster, we're gonna cook the pasta first. That way, in the time it takes to cook the pasta, I'm gonna make the sauce. And you wanna make sure and have lots of boiling water, about 6 quarts for 1 pound of pasta. And today I'm gonna use what I call fusilli, but sometimes they're also called rotini. And they look like little corkscrews, just like that. So they're kind of fun. Add some salt to the water. I like to add it before, but you know what, sometimes you forget, and so I'll add it after. It's gonna take about 8 minutes for the fusilli to cook. In the meantime, I'm gonna make this really fast sauce. I'm gonna use sun-dried tomatoes, which I love because they add so much flavor to the sauce. They add that great red color. And I love to use the oil. Now, I'm using the sun-dried tomatoes that are preserved in olive oil. There's a lot of flavor in this olive oil. So I'm just gonna use 2 tablespoons of that. There we go. And while that heats up, I'm gonna show you a little trick. I happen to love artichokes. Love, love, love them. And when I was a kid, we had them all the time. But they're kind of hard to find all year round that taste good, and let's admit it, they take a bit of work. So, these frozen little artichoke hearts are perfect. They've already been cooked and cleaned, and they're ready to go. And I want to add a little bit of garlic. A couple cloves of garlic will work. And chop up the garlic. And I can already smell the sun-dried tomatoes, the oil from the sun-dried tomatoes, and the garlic sort of mixing together. I've cleared out the center, and now I'm ready to add the spicy pork sausage. Spicy, spicy sausage. And we're gonna cook it right in the middle, where the center of the heat is, right there. And I like the spiciness because the artichokes need lots of flavor. And then I'm gonna add some wine and some broth and some herbs. All right. Now while that cooks, I am going to continue. I'm gonna take some of the sun-dried tomatoes. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna dice my mozzarella. Now this is an optional step. You don't have to add mozzarella. I really like that little, it starts to melt with the heat of the pasta. And you know, there's nothing better than melted cheese on pasta. So I like to add it. And now I'm gonna chop some fresh herbs. So see, while the sauce cooks and the pasta cooks, I get everything else ready. Some fresh parsley and some fresh basil. I love using fresh herbs like basil and parsley because they add a lot of flavor to the sauce and to the pasta, so I don't have to add a lot of seasoning like salt and oil. I'm gonna add some wine. About a half a cup of white wine. It picks up all the little bits on the bottom of the saute pan from the browning of the sausage. So you really want to scrape the bottom and make sure you pick up all of those flavors. And we're gonna add 1 3/4 cups of chicken stock. And you could add water at this point, but I really like the flavor of the chicken stock. I'm ready to add the fusilli into the artichoke and sausage mixture, and then add all the cheeses and the herbs. one big bite.